Do your kids ever look at you and sound like this? I know, Mom. I heard you the first time. I know already. If any of this looks familiar, odds are you're dealing with a teenager, and I'm here to help. Hi friends, it's Morella, certified life coach and certified mom, also known as the Life Coach Mom. And here on my channel, I like to offer SOS for every MOM. Today I'm answering the $1,000,000 question, the question mothers of teens all want to know. I talk about this with my clients and with my friends too. How do we connect with our teenager? How do we get them to engage? We have so much wisdom and knowledge and experience that we want to just pour into them, yet they're behind closed doors, locked up in their rooms, hibernating and avoiding us like the plague. Who's with me so far? Let's answer that $1,000,000 question. How do we connect with our teens? How do we engage with them more? And the first thing I would ask you is to identify what's working and what's not working. Clearly, in the areas that are working, do more of what works. But in the areas that aren't, here's my one piece of advice. Identify the need given the age and stage that they're in, and then meet that need. And I know this sounds really big and vague, because how do we know what they need? The truth is that what they need from us in every age and stage that they're in is going to be different. And the way we show up for them is going to be different. Think about when they first learned to tie their shoes or ride a bike. Or I remember teaching my daughter how to use the remote control. She was such an early riser. And I would say to her, this is the remote control. I'm going to tell you how to use it. I'm going to show you how to use it. And then I want you to use it on those mornings when you're up at 5 in the morning. You know who else is up at 5 in the morning? Jojo the clown. My point to that is that we tell them, we show them, and then we got to let them go to actually do the things that we've told them and shown them. If I want to be in a place of connection with them, where they're open to receiving, my wisdom or what it is I want to share with them and pour into them, I got to gauge what they need. And maybe what they need from me is not to tell them what to do or show them what to do anymore, but to let them do for themselves. Now, I'm not saying to have a complete hands-off approach to parenting. Obviously, there are going to be times that you need to intervene, step in, and override decisions. But what I'm offering you is a baseline or a checklist for you to ask yourself, okay, what does my kid need? Depending on the age and the stage that they're in, do they need to be told what to do, shown what to do, or let them go and do? When it comes to our teenagers, there will be times where they need to be told what to do. And here's my suggestion to you. Give them the basic information. Be brief. Nothing tunes them out more than an information dump. That's boring. They don't want to hear it. You didn't want to hear it when you were that age. And keep in mind that when you're doing all the talking, it's all one-sided. And we can easily come off as judgmental and critical and like we're demanding perfection for them. So again, keep it brief. Once you've told them, then you've shown them through your own experiences and your own stories. I want you to keep this brief as well. Now, in the letting them phase, moms, this is the hands-on learning phase. They're learning by doing. You've told them, you've shown them what they're responsible for, and now you're passing on that responsibility to them. This is the most crucial part of their learning and development, and they have to discover for themselves what works and what doesn't. It's going to come from trial and error. It's going to come from falling down, failing, getting hurt. It's going to be hard. But this is what you've been training them to do, to bring to life all that information that you've poured into them so far. This is where we have to come to terms with and acknowledge they're their own person. They came through you, but they're not you. And they got to learn how to make decisions for themselves. So how do we connect with our teenager at this stage? It starts by listening. We live in a culture where nobody listens to each other anymore. So we got to set that example. Listen more. Ask questions. Get curious about them. We want to always create safety in our own home. We want to send the message and the tone that I'm here for you. I'm here for you no matter what. I'm here behind you, helping you get to where you want to go, keeping you from where you don't want to be. I'm not going to demand perfection from you, but we're going to do this together. Figure this out together. Our teenagers don't need lectures. They tune out. So how can you best reach and connect with your teenager using any of these examples? That's it, my friends. I hope I gave you some fresh perspectives, some new perspectives on ways to connect with your teen. I want you to consider what they need. Do they need to be told something? Do they need to be shown something? Or do they need to be let go to do for themselves? Would you let me know in the chat box below what stood out to you? Which of the 3 stages do you find yourself most with your teenager? And how can I help? Let's start a dialogue below. As always, if you like this video, let me know by clicking that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will connect with you next time.